It is an important milestone in the history of James Madison University.
But it's not herself she's concerned with now. It's Norris and all the Norrises in the city of Detroit. I can't do it.
I said, Lorenzo, we're gonna do this new thing. You say, yeah, Sonia, yeah, Sonia, yeah, Sonia. Then we jumped out and did it.
So we can struggle about the Americanness of it, but the point is, the blackness ain't never been in contention. No. Where is that? What have we done about that?
But we were just two little old ladies in what he probably thought was my son's car.
All right, so what we represent the institutionalization of what we write about. All right, and so therefore I think this third Renaissance will be a lasting Renaissance, and it will be more inclusive and it'll be much larger too.
So you see, if poetry can move people into a finer, a truer recognition of who they are and themselves, I think it works.
I am black and a black forever. I am other than hyphenation. I say proudly, my people. I say proudly, our people.
That soul train, honey stain, slow molasses, ass and hot damn candied yam and sweet potato pie pies and sweet.
Oh, so you're that kind of audience. I get it.
Poetry is not mature. It will act like a child to the point of social embarrassment.
The older writers die, or the not so older writers leave the scene, and someone has to fill that vacuum. You can never fill their steps, you can never take their place, but you stand there because you want their light.
We, the faithful, never call him crazy, cracked brain, just a little touched. It's all he ever wants. A car, a girl, a community of believers.
We need a poem. While some men denigrate women and call us out of our names, we need a Maury Evans poem exclaiming, I am a black woman, strong beyond all definition. We need a poem.
Loved the little blackbird, heard she could sing. Martha in her vineyard, Pestle in her spring. Bessie had a bad mouth, made my chimes ring. Can't you see what love and heartache's done to me? I'm not the same as I used to be. This is my last affair.
They stared each other down, man to man, before Thomas, as a grandfather, replied, yes, sir, we enjoyed that possum. We ate it real slow with sweet potatoes.
This is for Keith in that unsunned room. He hanged himself like the paintings he masterpieced, and my grandmother's wood-paneled walls still keep up.
I have experienced all the things that African Americans experience, you know. I'm part and parcel of the whole, a small part and parcel of the whole.
After the stroke we thought would be her last, my grandmother came back, reared back, and slapped a nurse across the face. Then
I know. You'll be grateful you were here this morning. In Pittsburgh, my mother rang the bell and rang the bell for nurse, for doctor, for sons, for someone, God.
You know, so when people say, you know, how can you work something along and things of that sort, I think of my father's and my brother's memory, and that motivates me.
Like Miles said, if you don't know what you're doing, chances are you ain't doing nothing.
Hold fast. Survive. Survive. Survive.
Cool way, left school way, there late way, straight way.
His supper waits in the warming oven, the kitchen dark, the screens hooked. He thinks, make the hands gentle, as he raps lightly on the back door.
And understand that you are a poet forever. And as long as you breathe, you're going to say, well, give me that pen, even on the last breath. You know, I want to say something about this world, about this place I am in, about myself, about other people. This is about signifying, you know, so you cannot review a book of my poetry or anybody's poetry unless you understand the culture of the people.
I'm the hipster hoodoo voodoo warrior of vibes and images. I dream liberation.
We don't have this space to breathe this air enough. And so we breathe in deep while we're here so that when we leave each other, that air remains, you know, in us for as long as it can until we meet again.
The larger community often will tell you how and what to write.
There will be new constituencies of folk joining African Americans in the journey toward the future of African American poetry.
I always, even now teaching, I try to give people this range of influences because you never know what you're going to need and take from and give back to.
I think I'm just concerned to write honestly and as truthfully as I can out of the experiences that I'm trying to address in the work.
I do think that there is something within our oral communities about earning the right to speak and about moving through ancestral wisdom and knowledge in order to have your moment to hold forth.
Where you.
So the key thing is that you focus on what you're doing and what your work is doing and what it does about articulating your experience, but what you are doing about honing and disciplining yourself in the craft.
And most certainly, there's going to be a shakedown. Those who can't write, those who cannot express themselves in a creative, non-cliche way, they're not going to make it.
There are many sides to truth. There are many facets to truth. And I am fascinated by exploring a situation from many different angles.
I write more poetry than prose, I think, because poetry can keep on going on in your head while you're working, while you're washing, while you're cooking.
I don't think we want to all be marching lockstep,
but I think we can grow by exchanging ideas.
Tiny sunsets guard themselves over water, silent and unseen, and us.
What I know is that what I am doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, I don't know that about anything else in my life. You know, I really don't. I have no idea, like leaving here, I have no idea. But I do know that in my work, what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. And if it is to reveal history, that's fine. I can do that.
They are falling all around me. They are falling all around me. They are falling all around me. The strongest leaves of my tree. But you're not really going to leave me. You're not really going to leave me. You're not really going to leave me. It is your path I walk. It is your song I sing. It is your load I take on. It is your air I breathe. It's the record you set that makes me go on. It's your strength that helps me stand. You're not ready. Let go and leave me. Be sure to let me from you.